What up? How's it going? So, as I said in that last episode, it seemed as if the writers were having fun with that one. Of course, not that many things happen through the show, but the things that happen are mad impactful, and they're very important to the Breaking Bad universe. So, you have Gus and Jimmy doing what they're doing, but you have Kim, who we don't see. And the biggest thing with her, they put someone and something within the show that I'm going to care about, even though I don't have a endpoint for her, right? So this is different. She's like the most regular show character on here that we're trying to see the outcome of her because we don't see her. So that's her thing, is we're trying to see what happens to her, right? Whereas the other characters, we're trying to see how they get to the point that we see them in. So that's pretty dope. And what she pulled in order to be able to do more work, that more grounded work, was dope. So, hey, let's go ahead and get this episode started because Jimmy, he's on his hustle and my man he'll put in that work. Let's go. Okay. I'm like, that's new. Actually get them files to our actual office again. He's waiting until nighttime, I'm assuming. There we go. Yeah, they doing that going through the motions part of it. Another one. It's dope the way they did this because it starts and on both sides they're here, and now we get to here on both sides there, as far apart as you can be, and them keeping the line there even when they're actually physically next to each other, it speaks a lot, right? Like they're not connected. Oh, you ain't gonna put your leg over me?
We're 4 blocks from the courthouse here, so how convenient is that? Now there's a bathroom and it's cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty big. Stick a few potted plants around, make the place nice. What do you think?
I was wondering who it was gonna be.
So no more cell phones?
No, but this is what the phones were for. So if you were a lawyer, this would be a great place, right?
If I was a lawyer, nope. Big glass high rise, 40th floor.
Big glass high rise.
Yeah, when I'm not on my boat.
¿Ese es verde? Excelente, Héctor. Excelente. Esta persona está enojada. ¿Esta persona está contenta? Muy bien.
Sorry, I'll take care of that.
Está bien, Héctor. Es solo un espasmo muscular, ¿ok?
Okay. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I was.
Bueno, continuemos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's one thing for him to see her, the fruits of her labor with the bank thing, but seeing her going after her own goals and receiving a letter like that, that's even more important than those little statuettes saying that the bank is spread, right? So he's looking at her like achieving what she wants to do and what she's good at.
Oh, we're just talking about company retreats.
Oh, it's a great idea. Where are we going?
Sorry, pal. Employees only.
Oh, darn it. God damn.
I'm thinking of splurging a little this year. You know, don't want to be outdone by the competition.
Well, I mean, if you're up for adventure, you know where the great skiing is. Well, it's Telluride.
It's kind of a long drive, isn't it?
That could be part of the fun. You know, rent one of those fancy party buses.
Telluride, huh? It's worth considering.
I have 2 words: client development. They see all of you out there cutting the powder in your matching Schweikert and Coakley parkas. Well, you're gonna make an impression.
You certainly don't think small.
Aspen is like Telluride on steroids.
Okay.
You got shopping, you got restaurants and spas, and talk about client development.
Okay.
It's a billionaire's playground.
Jimmy, Aspen is like a 9-hour bus ride.
It is a long time to be sitting on a bus.
Yes, it is.
But what's that I hear?
Oh no.
I'm a private charter jet. And I'm sorry, I'm very busy right now. I'm transporting 56 distinguished attorneys to their amazing destination, Aspen.
Oh
Here we
no.
come.
Oh no. They gonna be disappointed like a
Come on,
motherfucker when that
Rich.
don't happen.
You're gonna love it.
Jimmy, fall back. God damn, that was. Whew.
Well, that was something.
Yep.
Springs and the bluebird sings in that big rock candy mountain.
Hold on, I know the Big Rock Candy Mountain. I don't know this version. I know the version from Old Brother, Where Art Thou? By the way, having people from certain places within Central America and South America come up here and work within the laundry place or whatever, it would make sense. Not just because that worker base is normally over here at that part of the country, but because they will keep quiet. Like they not saying shit. And that's why it was fucked up when Walt did what he did and got them girls sent back. Got them women sent back. Because they were not going to rock the boat at all, right? And it would have been the same thing if they was from like, certain places in Eastern Europe or something like that.
You know the question that I will ask.
Is it him? Is it the Hector Salamanca you knew? What I can tell you is that he's more responsive. He's making incremental improvements almost every day. You'll see this was an especially productive session. I know it may seem like a small thing. That same exchange would have taken 4 times as long a month ago. Or his vital signs have improved.
They're about to show it.
Also, I've been tracking his progress using the SIS with particular focus on hand mobility, since that's his mode of communication.
Has he done that before?
The cup. That was likely an involuntary movement.
Oh no, what? He like, oh, he in there. Yes. Gus is ecstatic. Look. He like, yes. His mind is still there to be fucked with. He can't even hold it in.
Magnificent work.
Oh, thank you. That's putting it mildly. The new wing is simply extraordinary. We'll be able to care for so many patients who
That man's money
would have been
touched
tossed
so
aside.
many spaces.
I've kept you from your work long enough.
Oh,
It is time to delegate Mr. Salamanca's care. His recovery has been remarkable. And my gratitude to you is beyond words.
he may eventually.
He would have
learn
gotten
how
even
to
better.
Talk.
Yeah,
and
see?
even look
He
again.
made sure it got stagnant. Like, I just need his mind to work. That's it.
Perhaps temper our expectations. I believe the Pilot Marina is ready.
Almost done, yes. But we must clear that rock to make way for the elevator shaft.
How big a pop are we talking about?
Nein, 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 Kasper, halt!
Kasper, hast du einen Blassenschauer, wie lange es dauert, das zu reparieren? Vielleicht lebst du ja gerne in diesem Loch, aber wir wollen gerne nach Haus.
Hört auf!
Jungs, kommt runter!
What? He know that? That's why OSHA rules exist. But in the underworld, there are no OSHA rules.
What can I do you for?
This you?
Oh, no.
That's right, officer.
Okay, there we go.
You want to know where I got it? Off a drug dealer who got sprung today because he was using a drop phone that you sold him.
Cool.
Doesn't bother you that you're peddling to a bunch of lowlifes?
No.
What my customers
Fuck
do
are you
with the
talking
phones
about?
after they leave my possession,
Right.
that's their business.
You the motherfuckers love capitalism so much, let him make his money.
Get your van out of here, park it in front of a grocery store in Corrales, someplace nice, and and sell there.
I don't know. I think my customer base is right here.
Get some new customers.
I don't feel the need to. See, I got a permit, and I'm collecting sales tax, and this is a legitimate business, right? So anyone who wants to buy a phone from me is free to do so.
I'm asking nicely, okay?
And I respectfully decline.
You're gonna go this way, huh?
There it is. What's it gonna be? What? It's gonna be littering or rolling through a stop sign?
Right,
Hey,
exactly.
how about you plant something
Yeah.
in my glove compartment?
Yeah.
Look, pal, just take it easy.
And maybe this
okay?
is why people need privacy. Maybe this is why they need my phones. Maybe you're the problem.
Okay, so as long as you make a buck, the whole world can just go in the crap.
Yeah.
No! Oh, God! No! Hey, Huel is a G, though. He came right up there and slapped him with them shits, like, hit him with a bag of Munchos, some hot Cheetos.
He had no idea you were a police officer.
Oh, he knew all right.
How?
I picked him up 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, pickpocketing.
Hilarious. Pickpocketing, of course.
You will not see me out here selling my
Damn,
phones
he got
ever
him.
again.
He got him.
So just do me a favor. Let's just shake hands.
I was asking you for a favor. You told me to go screw myself.
Glad that you can join me for my happy hour.
He doesn't look so happy to me.
Then you'll feel better after, how do you say it, Mittagsschläfchen. When in kindergarten, the whole class has
nap?
a nice little rest.
Nap time.
Nap time.
Lager.
Mittagsschläfchen ist für alte Säcke wie euch. Und sein Deutsch ist bescheuert.
He said, you sound like a real crowd. Before we can continue, we must build a new concrete form and straighten the rebar. I'm so sorry. I'm happy to explain the delay to Mr. Frank.
You don't worry about Mr. Frank. He just wants to see it done right. What would happen if we sent Kai back to Germany?
Not good. Kai is my best demolition man. You have done a wonderful job, Michael. You brought everything we could ask for. But you can't keep men locked away forever.
2.5 years.
Yeah, they always go for the max. Come on now, they'll come down. There's no way you do that kind of time.
Goddamn right.
You goddamn right. Wait, what do you mean?
I'm a bounce.
Why don't you give me
Let's see how
a
he
shot
does
at
this.
this? I think I can fix it.
How you gonna do that? You ain't even a lawyer.
Dude, I don't need to be a lawyer, all right? I'm a magic man. You have a little faith in me?
You've been selling drop phones? On the street?
Kim,
A little bit.
If we could,
A little bit.
we get him smelling like a distillery and we piss him off in court. Now, he will take the bait. He will lose his cool in front of the judge. A little stumble in there just for dramatic effect. And I have some thoughts on how to engineer that, but you get the gist. Next thing you know, case dismissed.
It's hitting her right now.
Viola, can you get me case material for Penal Code 3422, sections 22 to 27? Not making any promises, but if it is as bad as you say it is, I don't know, maybe there is something I could do.
Thanks, Kim. Listen, I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell me if there's anything I can do.
Yep. To start with, the whole thing was just a misunderstanding.
Pickpocket with a rap sheet attacks a cop in broad daylight. He has a prior. The same officer arrested him 3
years ago, but Babineau didn't recognize him. He didn't even know he was a cop. State v. Murphy.
Daniel Murphy was homeless. He was off his
He
meds.
headbutted a police officer. He gave him a concussion. 5 months. Suspended. This is unequal justice. In this case, the officer was not injured at all. He was hit with a bag of sandwiches.
There is no negotiation here, Kim. On one side, I've got a decorated police officer doing his job. On the other, you have a professional thief who threw him to the ground. And our only witness is a scumbag, disbarred lawyer who peddles drop phones to criminals.
I need you to back my play.
Does that mean what I think it means?
He's gonna call you after I talk to him, and you and I have to be on the same page. Huel can't run. He's gonna have to put on his big boy pants and go to jail. Shit. At least for a little while. Yeah, no matter what, he's gonna have to do some time. He can't jump bail. You'll back me up, right?
You do your thing, I'll do mine.
Jimmy, come on, what does that mean?
Don't worry.
What's happening here? What's happening here?
Jimmy, whatever you're doing, don't. Yeah, I know, but listen, I have a better way.
First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. If you'd like to, check it out. So, let's say the cold open, like the beginning, wasn't what it was. The way the episode played with Kim and Jimmy would mean something different. But they were really trying to make a point to us that their paths are diverging. Right? Like they're together, but they're apart. And it was cool the way they did it. Starts off the split in the middle, right? At one side, we see them brushing teeth together. They're already distant from each other. Remember, I just said in season 2, episode 1, after they get together, Jimmy, he does a little thing. They brush their teeth. It's ha ha ha, giggle, giggle, giggle. We friends, more than friends, lovers, huh? Then on the other side, we see the same thing, just on a different day. And I'm like, where's this going? And we see them each going on about their life. He's doing his phone thing. And as we see in the episode, he's doing it with the goal because now he needs to, when he gets his license back, have his own place. So that's his goal. Then on the other side, we see her doing what she does. And the fact that they kept showing as she went along, she kept getting the special plaques from Mesa Verde showing their expansion. And there was moments where the line would be in the middle. It stays in the middle. They're eating right next to each other, but they're distant. It's separate. That's fire, right? Even when he goes to pour the wine, it's like, I don't even think he looked. It was like he was just pouring it. They're there together, but they're not together. They're in the same room. They're not together. Then they're sleeping. The line's still there. They're separated. She puts her leg over him. Then by the time we get to the end, she just rolls over, falls asleep, while he's almost anticipating. And it never comes, and he's like, man. And then it blacks out on her side. So because we see that, oh yeah, it's diverging. So when you see me later on in the episode say, oh, that look on her face, that means something more. Had we not seen that beginning, that look on her face would just be, here we go again. But I think it's deeper than that. I think it's like, it's one of those things where motherfuckers will be together with each other and know for a long time that this is a wrap. And so when I say what I say, I'm using the strong words of she understands it's not going to work, but not right there at that moment. But at that moment, that's the beginning of that. That look on her face was like, and then he said something like, I'll get back to you or something. If you need anything. And she goes, yep. Don't even make eye contact. So she's just like, I mean, really? Really? And it's the beginning of that. Right? And as I said, it's one thing. I don't think I would have felt that strongly had we not seen the beginning. But the beginning let us know, oh, they're going on separate paths. Now, here's the other thing. From the moment they're together, we understand. If you smart and you're an adult and you get life and all this, you kind of understood this is where it would end up. And when I say end up, I don't mean it's going to stop right here. I don't know how their relationship goes apart or why we don't see her in Breaking Bad. But at some point, it would get to the point that it's at now. And the point that it's at now is where she's helping him. It's this thing of obligation. And a lot of times, sometimes obligation is like you good to do it. And then sometimes obligation is just, I'm doing it cause. And there's no because. It's just, I'm doing it cause. And she still fuck with Jimmy, but it's by a thread to me, at least from what I can see. And the fact that she's a partner, right? Like she's sitting there conferring. She's running her own branch within a highly respected firm inside New Mexico, and at the same time, she gets to do what she gets to do. Which, like, sidebar, when Jimmy goes into that office, this was dope. He walks into her office. He sees the Mesa Verde plaques for expansion, but then he sees the note from the chick who Kim helped. So it's one thing, he sees that, but on the other hand, he sees that. And so now it's like, oh no, she's like killing it in every way possible. Not just what she's great at, but what she wants to do and what she's great at also. She is a partner, right? Like there comes a moment where she's too hot. Like, nah, she can't even play about that. She wasn't really supposed to be playing about it before, but she could kind of get away with it. She can't play like that now. Look where she's at in a branch. She's conferring with the man whose name is on the building about what they're going to do, right? Like it's that type of deal where it's her and the other top level people. She worked her way up from the mailroom, and in trying to help someone, he will do things that hurts others. He's trying to help out Huel, right? Honorable. Huel's his security. You don't want him to get his man to get locked down. But she can't take that risk. Right? So when she just gets up and just goes, hey, give me penal code, I think she said 3244, 22 to 27 or some shit like that. And I'm like, I understand what he's asking. And I also wanted to say this. I can't fault Jimmy in trying to show people as Saul Goodman when we find him in Breaking Bad. I cannot fault him for doing what he's doing. I could understand, though, completely why his brother would, you know what I mean, have those problems with him and with what he does with the law. But as far as Jimmy goes, and when I saw that cop come up to him and say all that, and he was letting the cop have, I'm like, yeah, you can't just tell him, hey, don't sell it to criminals. Is that against the law? Are you going to lock him up? All right, then you do your job. Like what? I'm not sure. Like he's not going to. Remember, these people could go buy these at any other place. They just didn't know it at the time. So when people started figuring out, I could just go to Walmart and buy a burner, or I could go here and buy a burner. Was he gonna go in there and say, hey, stop selling it to certain people? You feel me? Like it was bullshit. So right there at that moment, I'm like, man, I understand where Jimmy comes from, where he wants to help people. But on the other end, puts people in danger. Like she can't, and we already see the type of danger for her. We're talking about her career, her life's work. Right? Like remember when she crashes, and she crashed, but all her paperwork goes on. So it was like tragic. Just paperwork flying all over the place. When Jimmy and his brother, they were, going after each other. It's him and Chuck. They going at each other. And all I could say was, this is some family shit. It's like, to take sides on this, yeah, you could do that. But I feel like you're missing the point and the feeling of the show when you do that. And I feel that with this also. I can't take a side on Jimmy and Kim because I feel what Jimmy is coming from. He wants to help somebody and he's going to the source he has. But it comes from her where it's like, you putting her in this position once again. With that being said, I want to see how she deals with this. Those Germans, that's interesting what they're doing with Mike and that setback. You're like, oh, come on, man. I want to see what comes of that, right? Because it's not some big story right now. It's like we know what needs to be done. Let's see what happens, okay? He talked about Kai, and he feels how Kai is like he's a weak point in the crew. But I will say that the leader also said something which I've been R&R and women they gonna need to be around that. All right, then what happened with Gus, right? Like so when Don Salamanca did what he did, I just looked at that and thought it was funny, and I didn't think about where that would lead. That was important to the story because when Gus sees that was a signal to him like, oh, good, we can get you out of here. He paid her by upgrading the clinic and all that. Good. Hey, thank you. We no longer need your services. She said there was a chance that she kept doing therapy. She could have got him back on his fucking feet. And Gus said, no, this is perfect. It's just something you didn't consider that, oh shit, he stopped the therapy right there. He kept this man's brain stagnant at bell tapping mode. This is what I mean by somehow they make us finding out about what went into his actions against Salamanca. They make it fun. Because for him to realize that and just smile and glee like, yes, he's not his brain still functions. And I'm thinking just that. Okay, he's cool with that. And then he goes, no, we no longer need your services. It's like, damn, I didn't even realize she could have fixed this man. He said, nah, I need him right there. Hey, good episode. Next episode. As y'all can tell, like what they doing with the show. Entertaining.